Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated review for you today. We're going to be talking about HOMEWORX Coral Poppy. This is their standard 4-wick, 18-ounce vessel with the beautiful wraparound label. I have to tell you guys, the label on this one is what instantly drew me in. When I saw this initially on the QVC website, I want to say I saw it maybe, was it late February I saw it starting to appear. It definitely put itself on the radar just simply because of the label. I love the colors that are in this. It's a beautiful springtime type of decor, and yeah, I'm here for the label. One of the things that I love about HOMEWORX are these beautiful wraparound labels where you are still able to see the ambiance of the flame from the inside. They did a great job with the packaging on this one. So let's go ahead and talk about the fragrance notes on this candle. I mentioned this in my garden bouquet review that I did the other day, but HOMEWORX is doing an interesting thing lately where they still list the fragrance notes on the bottom of the candle. However, if you want more layered or maybe more complex fragrance notes listed for you, like the top, middle, and bottom notes, go check out the Slatkin & Co. website, because oftentimes the description on the website is a little bit more in depth. So the fragrance notes listed on Coral Poppy on the Slatkin & Co. website are top notes: Meyer lemon, fresh apple, sweet plum. Mid notes of ripened strawberry, raspberry, colorful tulips. Base notes of coral poppy, peony blooms, and wild sugarcane. The pour date of my candle that I am reviewing right here for you is November 20th of 2023. All right, what does my nose detect? I really like this fragrance. This, I would say, the note that stands out the most to me upon first sniff, and then even when it is burning, is the sweet plum note. Believe it or not, you guys, that note just keeps, like, it jumps out at me the most, which is funny because I wouldn't necessarily say that this is a plum candle, because I do get the floral attributes that are also listed in here. Fun fact about me, I grew up in Southern California, very close to where the famed poppy fields are. A lot of those poppy fields are in an area called the Antelope Valley. It's about an hour north of Los Angeles. It's at the very northern edge of Los Angeles County, actually. But on the hillsides there, I grew up in a little town called Acton, and on the hillsides, we used to have tons of poppies in the springtime. I believe April is usually when they have the big poppy festival out in California. Specifically, it used to be in Lancaster. Anyways, I do detect some floral notes in here. Poppy, to me, if I am recalling correctly, I have not lived in California for almost 18 years now, you guys, so it's a little bit of a distant memory for me. But poppies in and of themselves kind of have, they're not a super heady fragrance, I would say. They're not as distinct and strong to me as, say, like a honeysuckle or a lilac. But they do have kind of a rich, bold type of scent to them, but they're not a super sweet floral. They're kind of just, I would say, like kind of like a more like richer floral type of scent, a little bit deeper, I would say. Kind of not the same as like a violet, but yeah, they just kind of have a little bit different scent to me. Let's talk about some of the other fragrance notes that are listed in here. Lemon, I don't really get a whole lot of lemon in here. Maybe a little bit of apple. We do know that Harry is known for blending fruits with his floral fragrances, and I think that he does that to kind of sweeten up the florals as well as to tone down some of the headiness that florals can often bring with them. I do detect, honestly, a little bit of a berry note in here. Maybe that is that raspberry accord in here. Wild sugarcane as a base note in here. Yes, there's a little bit of an element of sweetness in here, but to me, like I said, this is like a plum. There is the depth of the fruitiness of a plum fragrance in here mixed with some florals. It's definitely a unique fragrance. If you liked the plum note that Harry did in last Halloween, there was a Halloween candle last year called Possessed Plum. The plum note in here reminds me of that. However, this is nowhere near being like a repackage of that. It's just that it's the same type of plum accord that I recall being in that candle. Overall, you guys, it's a unique fragrance. It's definitely a good, like rich, I would describe this as like a rich, fruity, floral type of fragrance. I'm actually really enjoying it. Let's go ahead and talk about the fragrance notes, or not the fragrance notes, we already did that. Let's talk about the performance of this candle. So this one I have currently had burning for, about 2.5 hours now. I typically like to burn my candles in hurricanes, but this one has not been in a hurricane at all. And we're gonna go ahead and lift up the wicks here. Look at that, you guys. It's performing pretty well for me. We do see one wick kind of like, I don't wanna say that it's out of place, but we've got good, strong, healthy flames going on here, a complete wax pool. The wax pool really isn't dirty or anything like that. I mean, there's nothing in there that's making the scent smell muddled or sooty or anything like that. So we have a good, healthy flame going on here. These are the wicks that when you initially start them out, they seem a little thin and you're like, oh no, this is not gonna go anywhere. I've been talking about this in pretty much all of the more recent HOMEWORX candles that I have received, that most of these wicks that Harry is using right now are, they're thinner than what they were last year. Now I will say these ones I have not touched at all. I have not had to trim any carbon balls. So these are, I know that Harry has come out and said that these are self-trimming wicks, and I do believe that because I'm not getting any big huge carbon balls. Nothing is falling over into the wax pool. I do use a wick dipper to extinguish my flames, which means that it is a little bit easier for me to stand the wicks back up after I dip them. And so maybe that's why I'm not encountering a lot of the problems that I'm hearing other people complain about with the wicks. The only thing that I would say with these thinner wicks is that I usually have to allocate a little bit more pooling out time, particularly in, I would say, the first 3 burns of these candles. Specifically the first burn, I generally just say if you have a hurricane that fits these hurricane or these HOMEWORX candles, you're definitely going to want to use it, especially on that first burn, to go ahead and get a full pull out. But this one for me is not giving me any problems, and it's actually pretty strong for me. I know some people said theirs was not strong. I do know that some people ordered theirs from the QVC website. I did order this one from the Slatkin & Co website when they had the National Fragrance Week sale back in late March. So I don't know if there are some pour differences between, you know, the vendors that you're purchasing these from. But as for me, this candle now is at the halfway mark, and I will tell you that the first couple of burns were not as strong in terms of strength and throw, but now that I am at the halfway mark, which is what I am finding with a lot of these HOMEWORX candles, today when I was burning this one in my living room, I'm gonna go ahead and give this candle a good solid 8, and that was without the hurricane on it. This one, like I said, I think it has to do with the fragrance oils that are in here with that deep plum note and some of the other florals in here. This one is performing really well for me, you guys. I've been burning it in my living room. It was very distinguishable. I went outside and was doing some yard work, came back in, and I could definitely smell it all throughout the living room, throwing into my kitchen pretty well. It doesn't wrap around into the bedrooms, which is fine. If you're new to my channel, I always give the specifics of my home layout. I know for those of you who have been here with me for a while, you're like, enough about your home, but I do feel like it gives you guys an accurate depiction of where I'm coming from and what I'm able to kind of test this candle against. So my home is an 1,800 square foot single story home. I have about 20-foot high ceilings in the living room. It opens up into the kitchen, lower ceilings in the bedrooms, which are more closed concept. I do typically move the candle around in my home to get a more accurate thought process going about how a candle is performing for me. I do burn them both in hurricanes and without a hurricane on it. I do live in Arizona, which is a pretty hot and dry climate. Right now we're having daytime temperatures in the mid 80s to low 90s. I would say around mid 80s to 90 degrees right now, which means the internal temperature on my home right now is in the low 70s. So giving you all of those things because that can always impact strength and throw. And also my home is about 20 years old. So it's not an extremely old home, but it's also not a super brand new build either. So Do with that information what you would like. Would I give this candle 2 thumbs up? Yes, I would. Do I see myself repurchasing it for this season? No, and honestly, I'm not sure if I would repurchase it again moving forward. I enjoy it, but it's not one that I feel like I just have to have backups of in my collection. Part of that comes from my mindset of just being really, really intentional as a reviewer about the size of my collection and really wanting to just hone in on keeping backups of fragrances that I just would be really, really sad to not have in my collection. It's enjoyable. I love it. I love the packaging for what it is right now, but moving into the summertime, do I need more of it? No, I don't. So I do enjoy it. If you're curious about it, I would say purchase it on a good sale. I am a HOMEWORX brand ambassador. This candle was not sent to me in PR. Like I said, I purchased this during the National Fragrance Week sale. I do have a discount code with HOMEWORX. It is Katie's Joyful Life. It will save you 15% on orders over $40 at the Sugarcane & Co website. That is an affiliate code that is eligible for a commission. So I do thank you if you choose to use it, and please only do so if you are comfortable with that. So let me know in the comment box down below what your experience has been with this candle. Are you intrigued by it? What about this packaging? Were you sucked in by the packaging? Because oh my goodness, I love it. It's so, so pretty and dainty. But yeah, let us know in the comment box down below what your experience has been with this candle. I always just ask that you remain respectful of myself and others within our community. Hit the thumbs up button if you found this video helpful. Feel free to subscribe if you are new to my channel and you love candle content. I do want to say thank you so very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.